We had Inaya had a mean of 2.8 at number 4. Bululwe in English had a mean of 2.1, which is number 5. Then Shiraha 2.14 at position 6. Then Ituti closed the ranking in English with 1.5. Our Bitimamu English performance as we speak is 2.7. Kiswahili, this is how we have performed. Now in Kiswahili, the best school is Bululwe Secondary School. The mean is 4.09. Makofi. Mulua, number 2 in English, Kiswahili, 3.7, followed by Shitari, 3.5, Ituti, 3.1, Imanga, number 5, 3.0, Inaya, number 6, 2.7, Shiraha, number 7, with 2.6. Comparatively, Kiswahili has done fairly better than English. One clap. We have a mean 3.2 for the Kiswahili as a subject. Mathematics ranking is as follows. Our best school in mathematics this year is Imanga. One clap, 2.2. Shitari number 2, 1.9. Mulua number 3, 1.6. Bululwe, 1.5 at number 4. Shiraha number 5, 1.4. Inaya, 1.3 at number 6. And Ituti, 1.2 recurring at number 7. I projected math. I had some mamas. That means students are concerned. Teachers, you can hear the mamas. Our students are concerned that math mean scores are low. See there? But there is room to do better. Because if you are to look at the cumulative E grade in math, it stands at 363 students, with D minus being about 44. If you are to take out of our 474 who are able to be ranked in this, then that's quite high. Biology. This is the performance in biology. Our best school is Imanga, 3.1, 1 clap. Ituti number 2, 2.3. Nine number 3, 2.0. Ishtar number 4, 1.9. Mulua number 5, 1.69. 69, yes. Shira is number 6 with 1.6. And Bululwe number 7, 1.4. Physics, it's an elective in most of our schools. That's why the entries are few, 75 students overall. But then with this, physics number 1 is Eshitari with a mean of 5.5. One clap. Number 2, Mulua Secondary School, 4.7. Shira is number 3, 4.6. Imanga number 4, 3.8. Nine number 5 with a mean of 3.0. Ituti number 6 with 2.3. And Bululwe 2.3. Our physics mean for the Bitimamu is 3.78. Chemistry. Chemistry has, again, students are murmuring. It's also low. Not nearly, but 5 schools had mean of 1 point. That means the performance of chemistry is quite low at the moment. Cumulatively, comparatively, the E's in chemistry are fewer than in mathematics. Did you realize that? But the mean scores are very low. Okay, Imanga is number 1 with 2.4, 1 clap. Inaya number 2 with 2.1. Ishtari number 3, 1.9. Mulua number 4, 1.7. Bululwe number 5, 1.6. Shira number 6, 1.6. And then Ituti 1.5 at number 7. Our mean for chemistry in Bitimamu is 1.87. History and government. Again, it's an elective, but then these are the scores. Number 1, Eshitari Secondary School, 4.1, 1 clap. Number 2 is Bululwe, 3.8. Shira, 2.9. Ituti number 4, 2.95. Imanga, 2.69. Mulua number 6 with 2.3. And then we have Inaya number 7, 2.0938. That gives us overall mean for Bitimamu history 3.0. Performance in geography. Eshitari was our best school. This time round, I want us to give Eshitari 2 claps. Reason? They hit a mean of 7 points. Can we give Eshitari 2 claps? 1, 2. You wanted to give them something. Amen. Thank you. That is Eshitari, our champions in geography. See, that is okay? Yes. Good. Congratulations. Inaya 6.7, Shira 6.5, Imanga 6.1. Let's clap for those three scores. Thank you. Then we have Ituti number 5, 5.3, Bululu number 6, 3.8, then Mulua 2.80 at number 7. Comparatively, you realize Mulua performance of geography was quite low. Overall mean for Bitimamu geography is 5.5. Can you clap for geography? CRE, this is the performance. The Shitari again, one more time, is our number 1 in CRE, 5.6. One clap. Bululu number 2, 4.6. Itutu number 3, 3.2. Imanga number 4, 3.23. We have Shira at number 5 with 2.9. Inaya at number 6, 2.6. And then I have Mulua closing with 2.2. The Bitimamu mean for CRE is 3.5. Agriculture. The best school is Shira Secondary School, one clap. Number 2 is Imanga, 3.3. Number 2 is Imanga, 3.3. Number 3, Mulua, 3.1. Shitari number 4, 3.0. Inaya number 5, 2.4. Bululu number 6, 1.7. Ituti number 7, 1.4. Our mean for agriculture in Bitimamu is 2.6. Computer studies is done by 3 schools. That is Shira, Imanga, and Inaya. Their performance is as follows. Our best in computer studies is Shira, 6.7. 2 claps. Number 2 is Imanga, 4.8, and Inaya, 2.7. Computer mean, 4.7815. Finally, business studies, we have number 1 is Shira, 4.2. One clap. Mulua is number 2, 2.9. Bululu number 3, 2.6. Ishtari number 4, 2.6. Imanga number 5, 2.5. Ituti number 6, 2.57. And then Inaya, 1.375. That gives us an overall mean of 2.070. Allow me to indicate, you can see, is there a school that has not led in any subject?
Getting food was the basic need, but education, clothing, and the other thing was your hustle and strain. So we happened to be 10 with a distance of 1 year to another, so we were very many. So you could imagine that my dad was a Kcse, and my mom was just a farmer, but a small-scale farmer, who used to do farming, vegetable farming, to make sure that we get food, leave alone education. But through that, she used to encourage us during supper time, because we used to have 1 meal per day, and that was supper. Our primary school was very close. When lunchtime, ukipata kengele inapiga, you also run back home because others are running. But so what you are going to get there is a padlock on the door. Then unalamba kafuli, then you go back to school. But the most interesting part of my siblings and the teachers that we used to have in primary school were more than teachers. Some of them were parents, and they could feel like our watoto wanateseka. So they used to support us academically, socially, and mentally. I was the firstborn. So you could find that like on Saturday, tunaenda kusaidia mama kufanya nini? Kupalilia miwa so that tupate kitabu and kalamu. But working hard in school was our motto. We used to work hard and work smart, because we could find that despite being number 1 in exam, in class, but there was something unique in us. Apart from academic success, there was talent. Personally, I discovered my talent in class 2. That's why I discovered myself that I can be a very good artist. And it was my teacher who discovered during music class when we used to sing ro 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 your boat. Then my voice was very unique. Then the teacher called me and tried to know more about me, and I was very open. And young people, and more so the students in primary school and high school, will not be open and speak the truth when they are suffering. They always show the smiling face, but they express their feelings to somebody who is very wrong. But I really trusted my teacher and told her, despite having a good voice, this is how I stay at home. So ikawa sasa wakaita mzazi wangu, the school pay a visit to our home, wakapata maisha tunaishi si mzuri. But I told them, if you have any support me while nikiwa kwetu. Not to shift me from my home to a comfort zone whereby I will feel like this is now the place I need to be. I wanted to change in the original home so that I can have a testimony. Then I joined the singing game choir. I became the soloist, the narratives, Mashairi Drama Festival. From there I joined the instrumental band. And it is instrumental band that educated me up to college level. Nilikuwa nacheza kitu inaitwa shiriri. Yeah. And I did my KCP in the year 2002. And by doing that, every high school was looking for me because I had something unique that the school needed. So apart from academic success, you need to identify something unique that will make you competitive. Are we together? So when I managed to join a high school, then my brother, who was second to me, also identified something in him, very unique. He was a footballer. Then after KCP, he also secured a chance to get a scholarship to go to a high school. And he was very good academically despite being a very good footballer. Then the sponsor decided to support at least watoto watatu wenye wanafuata yeye. So wote wakapata scholarship. As we are talking, he's a graduate. He did actuarial science in Moi University. He's working with NHIF right now. But he decided also to mentor other students. So as you see, Mukulima Bila Jembe, that is my name, that people decided to give me because nilingangana sana na maisha, and I could use the little resource I have to make people know that I'm there. So, you might be a student who is stressed about the grades and academic performance. It is good to get good grades, but you need to identify something unique in you. Are we together? Because you can pursue academic and get a good grade, but without something unique in you, you will end up losing hope and not getting an opportunity to be recognized in institutions or the so-called higher institutions for you to take up the study of your profession. Because some of you, while in class 1, if somebody could ask you a question, when you grow up, what will you like to be? There are some who say that I want to be a nurse, I would like to be a doctor, I would like to be a teacher. But if you come and ask him today, you will get a different answer. Which means you didn't have an option, but you decided to have what we call fixed mindset, that I just need to be a doctor. But what accompanies, what you need to have, what you need to do for you to become a doctor. Are we together? And the reason why you are called to be here, you are here so that you review your ambition that you used to say, when I grow up. So assess yourself, analyze yourself, and review it. And the reason why I want you to review is that Kcse is around the corner. Right now, the organizers of this meeting, that I've never been given opportunity to speak to high school students. But when I received an invitation, nilishtuka, nikasema, what do I have for high school students? But kindly receive what I have today for you. Do you wonder if all hard work you put into studying will actually pay in future? Do you ever ask yourself such a question? How can you translate the hard work you are doing today into future to sustain your life? How will it pay you? Which platforms are you creating, or have you identified that your hard working will pay or will employ you in future? If so, you are not alone. Tell your fellow friend that you are not alone. So this is a question that you need to ask and answer yourself. If you don't have an answer, review your ambition. And the reason why I have decided to ask you this question, that high school is a course like any other tertiary institution, because we have combination of subjects that even include the technical subjects that can start employing you starting from in Form 1. Agriculture students, which topic can employ you in Form 1 course? Livestock production. You will be surprised when you will join in university studying general agriculture. You will be given Form 1 book as a referral book in university. Crop production Form 2. Farm engineering. So if you are taking any technical subject, make it a profession, because you never know. The employer that will employ you, the experience that you will need. People fail to come to write a CV when they hear that the qualification is 5 years working experience. You can start developing your experience in Form 1. Are we together? So the technical subjects are there to help you and solve the challenges you are facing, because somebody who aspires to be any technical person will just start and utamuona akikua. Many students struggle with balancing their academic responsibilities and wondering how it will impact their future career. So, I didn't tell you the areas that are specialized as maybe professional. Mine is very confusing, because any talent that my primary teacher identified, it is a professional to me. When I joined in college, my first profession was agriculture, extension, and education. But after graduation, I discovered that I can do very well in media. because I was a comedian. So I tried to imagine, how can a comedian become an extension officer? Then I decided to go in media, to do comedy in TV stations. So I've managed to work in several TV stations as a comedian. Then I ended up being a content creator. But that is not all. I realized there is a gap that even if I'm an extension officer as a profession, there are some aspects that I missed. Then I went back to do food processing technology to support the value addition aspect. So I'm trying to tell you that if you have any opportunity of acquiring any skill, don't stay fixed to the profession that you aspire to be. There is always available resources that is very unique, and it comes from you and you are given by God. Tunapatana? Yeah. So, the reason why nawaambia hivi, munapotoka nje, some of you, when you umesikia Kcse is on the way coming, and you've been prepared 4 years ago, since Form 1 up to Form 4. This is now the final time. I'm telling you, for those who are fighting to get numbers, I want to be number one with the C+. There's somebody who is fighting even not to get a good number, but to get a good grade. Are we together? So, don't fight to be number one, but fight to improve. Because numbers can be counted even from kuanzia nyuma, si ndio? Bottom up. Numbers can be counted and they can be changed according to the criteria that is being used. But if you work on improvement each and every day and combination, because you will find that somebody is very good in mathematics, but when it comes to languages, sciences, unapata mtu huyu amepata A in math, but English amepata D. Getting kupata nafasi ya kuingia kwa institution kuchagua course nzuri itakuwa ngumu kwako. So it is good also to balance the subjects. Your academic success is not just about getting good grades and passing exam. It also involves developing important skills that will benefit your future career. And I'm very happy that the schools that we have nowadays have created timetable that allows you to get important skills. That's why munapewa nafasi ya kuhusika katika michezo, munapewa nafasi ya kutembea kwenda ku exchange programs, sijui ingine mnaitanga, which opportunities are you given by schools to at least to be more exposed? Yeah? Pardon? Yeah? Games, huh? Yeah? Debates. Okay. So the school exposes you a lot. And in any opportunity you get as a student, don't take it for granted. Mr. Were will tell you when they were in high school, there were not opportunities like the one you have today. During those days, it was just book and book. That's why you will find that watu wa kitambo wanaongea Kiingereza mzuri kushinda wasai. They were forced to. But right now you have an option to choose the amount of English to speak and the amount of English to apply. Because the speakers have their line. But the implementers will always stay there and will make their territory, and they will be known because of profession in implementing. But the speakers, unaweza pata mtu is a very good speaker, but ukiangalia handwriting ya maandika na spelling utashangaa. So these skills include time management, critical thinking, communication, problem solving, and team working. Where we fail as students, the issue of critical thinking. You just have what we call an opportunity to think, and you have been given a platform. With critical thinking, you will make a wise decision. And if you don't think well, even if Kcse itasongeshwa next year mfanye mwezi wa 3, the aspect, when you meet the aspect of critical thinking, you will not be able to manage time. If you are not good, if you are not able to communicate, because there is, when you miss to communicate, people will not understand you, and there is avenues of communication or steps of communication. I think I don't know if you do communication skills, but if you don't, through the guiding and counseling department, I know one day or one time you are in that and you undergo through communication skills. So there are steps of communication. Problem solving. If you don't communicate well, you will not be able to solve problem. What is your problem? What is your challenge? Kindly understand yourself and communicate. If you have a challenge, if you have a problem, kindly reach out. And the issue of problem solving. Do you really have a mentor? Anybody with a mentor? Do you really have a mentor, personal mentor? If you don't, huyo mtu ni nani? Ni Mungu, si ndio? Sawa sawa. Mungu najua ukienda kwa maombi anasikia. Na ujui kama ametenda, si ndio? Lakini kupitia kwa mtu anaweza kukusaidia na mawazo. Mungu anaweza kupitia kwa mtu afanye nini? Akusaidie. Like for now, somebody who is preparing you to sit for Kcse is your academic mentor. Are we together? So mwalimu wako ndio mentor at this level you are. Ukiingia kanisani utapata mhubiri ako pale kama mentor. Ukipata mzazi wako nyumbani pia ni mentor. Si sawa sawa? So if you have a good mentor, you will solve your problem. And in teamwork, there is what you know and what you don't know, and there is what you are missing. So in team working, you can discuss, especially through group working. Are we together? And if you have that aspect, and if you are equipped with the problem solving skills, communication skills, and you are able to work in a team, then this means that you will be a very resourceful person in community, an all-round young person. You know, after Kcse, you will be a Kenyan citizen because you will be entitled to identification card. So unapopewa kitambulisho inamaanisha wewe ni mtu mkubwa. And there are things that you need to do. There are decisions that you need to make that are very wise. So how will community receive you? How will community accommodate you when you don't have these skills? Then it means that if you don't have, kindly get them. Are we together? So, you can miss opportunity to join university or direct entry. Ukiangalia mwaka huu, tumekuwa na a lot of misplacement. Most of the Kcse students that did last year are more confused. But it is just a matter of to prepare you that be ready for anything. And if you are not ready, this means that ukijipata katika hiyo kitengo, you will be more confused. So that's why I ask you, what is unique in you? After Kcse, I joined my mom in farming, vegetable farming. So I told her, now concentrate in marketing. I now become a production manager because I'm energetic. So wewe kwenda uza soko, mimi nifanye nini? Nilime. And I was the best agriculture student. So my mom asked me, are you able to produce? So I told her, from Form 1 to Form 4, I have a lot. Then this means that she supported me, then I transformed her from small-scale production to large-scale production, because from the need analysis that our family had gaps in nutritional aspect and food security, then and the issue of economy, then I told her this land, an acre, is able to feed us and it is able to improve our financial stability. So when you are competent and you have these skills that I've given you, you will be competent. Even if you pursue any course, you will be able to manage your course. There is a scenario whereby mwanafunzi anaingia in a tertiary institution, haja make mind. Hata hajajiassess ni course gani atafanya. So akifika huko, first of all, for university maybe you can apply, but ukifika huko inakulemea, then you start being confused. But the period between January to September, nowadays when do they join? September. It is a high time for you to assess yourself. If you didn't qualify to go directly into university, we have the TVET program that after I graduated, I came and joined one, because it had a very special training that I missed in university, and that is one that makes me earn a living today. In TVET, there is opportunity, and there is option of choosing the course you want, depending with personal analysis and assessment. Tunapatana. Because your parent may be akikuona anaona like you can be a very good teacher, but ukijiangalia mwenyewe unasema mimi siwezi kuwa mwalimu, naweza kuwa I can be a very good beautician, because CBC is coming to complete 844. I'm preparing you to know that CBC is your competitor. Mwanipata? And CBC, they are being mentored in hands-on. And that is what I missed. Ningeanza kufunzwa kuimba ningepata tu music as a subject, sasa ningekuwa professor wa muziki. But now I missed that. So it is now you to decide what can you do apart from academic work. So because of time, I want to tell you that your academic success acts as a key to unlock various potential doors and paving the way for your successful career. From the results that have been released just now, I've realized that I didn't imagine that the schools like Imanga, Mulua, another one is Ituti, that we can have somebody who can score A in mathematics. But I've realized that yes, we can. Because according to the students that they received in Form 1, you know, Butere girls, they receive an airplane student with 400 and what? 400 and above. Were either spoon-fed or merited, but they just take them. But during Kcse, you will find that there is somebody with an E. When he or she scored 420. But here, I'm very happy to hear that somebody who scored 250 can be able to score a good grade like C+. Can you clap for yourself? Yes, we can. And these are genuine grades. I'm telling you. It is only that if you don't understand and analyze yourself, you can be misled. I mean, I see you advise that after Kcse, you own a motorcycle riders here. That's not an option for you. You better decide to do something else that can be sustainable. Engage in small businesses, farming, that can enable you, ukiingia campus, ukiingia college, you can be able to raise your own pocket money and also earn a living and also support. I know kuna wale mmetoka kwa familia zenye zinaangalia tu wewe. Yani if you fail, the whole generation is done. He can either bless you, accommodate you, and give you a platform for you to grow. But if you compare your parents and other parents and your friends' parents, then it means that you are there by mistake. That is not your home. But tukipenda pale penye tuko na tujipende jinsi tulivyo, that means that we will have a bright future. Demonstrate the issue of ethic and determination. Achieving academic success requires hard work, dedication, and determination. And I want to, about hard work, let us say work smart. You can be a hard worker, but you may not be able to produce results. So, because of time, I know I had a lot for you, and I want to say that I love you. And I'm a motivational speaker, but I normally do in tertiary institution. But I'm glad for the organizing committee who felt that I can speak to you. May God bless you. So, if you feel like you need to reach out to me, I visit school. We do career choice development, and we also advise in investment opportunities for young people. So my phone number is 07 03 45 45 70.
And that was Ibra's mother. She had come from a prayer day for the follower. Where is Ibra? Brother yake alikuwa shule gani?
Stare.
Stare Boys, eh? So it was prayer day, a time like this.
Yeah.
The mother had gone for prayer day. So after prayers, she boarded Samaria bus and she alighted at Bukole Junction at night. She decided to walk back home and she met some young men who hit her and murdered her. And she died. That boy said, I was there in the funeral. The boy said that the brother, that the only gift that he can give the mother was to pass exams. And he scored a clean A, I remember. That's why he did actuarial science. So this boy here is, you can meet him after this. And what he has gone through and what his family has gone through. But they are not where they were. Hiyo boma imeinuka, ya vile amejikaza. Huwa naangalia watoto wengine hapa na shangaa. Uko na baba, uko na mama. Wengine wamemaliziwa school fees na hata wakuji shule. Huwa naambia kwamba hii maisha, life, just love. Life is like the law of conservation of energy. Life is unforgiving. If you don't work hard now, it will make sure that you work hard in future. And that will not be palatable. You sleep now, life will wake you up in future. And you may discover when it is too late. And when you are a student, it's like they have given you a blank check. A blank check. Utakupatia check. Ameweka hapa anasema andika zile pesa unataka. When I speak to students about chemistry, I always tell them, chemistry paper 2. When you're given that paper before you, the marks written there are 80 marks. 80 marks before you start, before a semester start, you have 80 marks. And a stupid student takes a pen and starts reducing the marks to 0. Very strong reducing agents. Are we together? Yes. Please. Everybody that you see seated here has a story. Everybody you see seated here, if we gave them time, they will tell you stories. These people you are seeing seated here, they have a story to tell. And all those stories are inspiring. And all borders on sacrifice, which is not an option. During my time, I was not able to be taught Kiswahili. Mimi nilifanya ile system ingine. Mimi si mtu wa 844. Sisi ndio tulikuwa wa mwisho kufanya ile class 7. Wa mwisho. Sasa syllabus yetu ilikuwa mzuri. Primary tulikuwa nafanya tu 3 peke yake. Then tunaenda form 1 mpaka form 4. Then tunaenda form 5 na 6. Zote nilienda. Nikasoma. Pia niko na story yangu. Sasa niko na story. And I'm not a young man, si ndio? So naona principal alikuwa student wangu. Na yeye ni principal kama mimi. Na kuna wengine wengi sana. Na mimi sio kama nyinyi bwana. Nimeinvest kwa watu. Nimefunza watu wa nguvu. Nikipiga tu hapa simu ya kwamba nina shida, pesa zitaingia kwa hiyo simu mpaka izime. Please make us proud. I see that. Make us proud. The other day I was disappointed. I was going through some pages of Facebook. Then I saw one of my students here, one of my best students. Tumechukua watoto wengi hapa wameenda university na wanauzia. Then kwa Facebook yake anasema form 4 alikuwa Butere Girls. Alipita akiwa hapa akapata B+ akiwa hapa. Lakini kwa Facebook yake hataki ku identify na Imanga, na Imanga ndiye imemuinua. Lakini kwa Facebook anaandika Butere Girls. Kashangaa bwana, people don't like the history. Sisi, we are not ashamed to tell you our background. And that's why the speaker, when he was speaking, he said, kuna watu hawapendi kuexpose shida zao. Wangependa ile uso wanaweka mbele ni mtu ambaye anajiweza, na huko ndani kumbe hajiwezi. And that's why tuko na suicide, watu wanajinyonga, watoto wanajinyonga. Because afterwards watu wakianza kugundua sio vile huwa anasema, sasa anashikwa na haya, anashangaa atakuwa mgeni wa nani. Anasema afadhali nikufe. Sasa na tena wacha niwaambie, msiibe mtihani. Narudia. Usiai iba mtihani. Mimi hapa hapana. Mimi hapa iwezekana. Hapa iwezekana. Kwa nini? Wacha niwaambie, I'm an examiner, senior examiner. Mtu akikupatia mtihani uibe, afadhali akupatie pepa zote uibe. Narudia. Kama umeiba paper 1 mathematics, najua utapata 80, si ndio? Na usipate paper 2, you will pass at room temperature. Utapata 10 yako, si ndio? Na hakuna mtu dunia hii ambao anaweza pata 80 na apate 10. So NEC inafanyaje? Ina assume hiyo 80 yako, inakupatia ile 10. So yako ya Kiswahili utaipata tu. Unajua ya Kiswahili? So unashangaa, kuna siku watu walikuwa naiba mtihani. That was 2016. One of my students akasema, mwalimu, a very poor student, ule najua hajui. Sasa, mwalimu, hata sijui nitafanya course gani. Sema kwa nini? Sema, mwalimu, tulipata yote. Ilikuwa ndani, sijui nini. Kwa mtu mjinga ni mjinga tu, hata kukopi hajui kukopi. D- yake ile ndio ilikuja tu. Siku hizi ni boda. Anytime akinibeba lazima kwa zote, mwalimu, ndio watu wanajua ngapi. Kuna wengine wajinga wanakopi. Ukimpatia karatasi lao kopi, anakopi plus your index number na jina. Then sasa ile tunaenda kufill marks, unapata mtu mmoja ako na majina mawili, mwingine hajafanya mtihani lakini alisign alifanya. Wewe utapata Y. Are we together? Ile kitu tunaweza kubali unaweza pita ni practical. Practical tumejua, hiyo ni kama hands on vile umesema talent. Practical is like it's a talent. Unapata mtoto amepata A like 30 out of 40 in chemistry practical. Lakini ikikuja huku theory apata 10. Hiyo that's possible. So hiyo huwa anakubali. Lakini huwezi ndanganya na kwamba paper 1 chemistry you have nobody gets 8 every day. Watu wanapata 50, 60. Sawa, bado wanapata A. Umepata 60 out of 80 paper 1, then unakuja paper 2 unapata 5. Sasa unajua nini? Unaona hiyo 5 yako? Hiyo 5 yako ndio wataweka hata paper 2. Paper 1 na 2 utapata 5. So hivi vitu hatuna, hii mambo ya kuiba mtihani ni kama inataka mtu very bright. A bright person will always pass. Yes. Because kwanza bright person Hakuna hata haja ya kumwonyesha maswali, unamwambia tu. Kuna survey process iko. Imetosha. Lakini mwalimu nini? Wengine wako na answer mzuri anaiweka mahali pabaya. Survey ndio nini mwalimu? Yaani hata juu survey ni kitu gani? Mtu kama wewe anaweza iba mtihani. Atakuuza bwana. Yaani kama mtu ambaye anatoka shambani. Umetoka tu shambani, anataka kwenda Sabatia. Ako na basi ya kujipaka, anajipaka mafuta. Mtu kama wewe atafananaje bwana? Hata hizi zitaanza kumfuata. Kama namna gani? Jinga kabisa. Shares. I can talk up to tomorrow, but I hope you understand,
We used to call him Were Small. That was his nickname, Were Small, because he was small. Now, I know that as we are seated here, maybe except for Imanga, where we have all the students, as we are seated here, we are the cream of our schools, isn't it? As we are seated here, we are the cream of our schools. So where we have come from, yani wale watu tumeacha huko kwa wanatuangalia sisi. Si ndio? Are we there? Wale watu tumeacha huko, they usually look at us. But as they look at you, what do you give them? As they look at you, you know, there is a meme somewhere, somebody was asking, umepata nini? Mzazi anauliza umepata nini? Na mwanafunzi anasema hata fulani amepata D. Umepata nini? Hata fulani amepata D. Kwa shule yetu wa kwanza akona D. Hajajibu yeye amepata nini? Still justifying his or her results. Are we there? So the moment you are the cream of that school and you are scoring that low mark, you are justifying the failure of the other students. Because they look at you, let me use my Imran because I know his name. So they look at Imran and they are saying, English, ata Imran amepata C. So, do we have to pass C? Kama Imran amepata C, inamaanisha sisi wote tunafaa kuwa C and below. Because if Imran is getting a C and I have a D plus, then I'm doing well. I'm doing well. If Claren has a C in mathematics and she's supposed to be an A material, so Claren was our best in mathematics. I remembered that name very well. She was our best in mathematics. So if she gets a C in mathematics, tunatarajia grade nyingine kutoka Shiraha zaidi ya C. Si kila mtu anasema Claren ako na C. Kila mtu Shiraha anasema Claren ako na C. So if I have a C minus, I am doing well. I'm okay. Sindio? What I'm trying to say is that you as the cream give us good grades. You as our cream give us good grades. So that those who are behind you can come after you. Stop pushing them behind. Unajua unapoendelea kupata hiyo grade B minus, C plus, unawasukuma nyuma. But the moment you get a B plus, an A minus, an A, you are pulling them. They will come to C, C minus, D plus. Tutatoka kwa E. Tumeona tuko na E's mingi. Sindio? It's because our top, you are pushing them behind. Nyinyi mnawasukuma, ni vile hatuna E minus. Lakini vile mnawasukuma, wangepita E minus. Because the pressure from top is high. The pressure from top is high. So it's pushing them behind. Why not pull them upwards? Get a good grade so that when they look at you, they're like, mimi niko tuna E. Na the first one ako na A. You know, there is that, kuna hiyo kufikiria ya kwamba there is nothing I'm doing. But if the first one has a B, and I have a D, see, what is how? I hope you're getting what I'm saying. Huh? So you are our cream. And imagine, out of the 7 schools, if these 70 students were going to university. Because you're our top 10, isn't you? Top 10 from the 7 schools. So if the 70 were going to university, I know majority of us are within Butere here, isn't you? Are the locals. So if the 10 of us are meeting in university, hii region itakuwa wapi in the next few years? Hii region itakuwa wapi in the next few years? Lakini if the 70 of us will go nowhere, it will be an insecurity area.
Much of what I wanted to comment on has been said by the earlier speakers, and I don't know, maybe Madam was reading my mind. I don't know whether she was copying my notes. Our top has been B+. You are number 1. Are you proud? Can you tell somebody I was number 1? You are number 1 with which grade? And Madam has said it here. When you have a B+, what do you expect of the one who is following you and the others? So I think she has put it so well. Those of you, you are our strikers in soccer. You call them strikers. So when you are a striker and you come and you start playing from the center or back, do you expect to score? You don't. So what we are saying that you are our top. We want you to play at the top, so that those who are below you can also put in some effort. I just want to challenge you. I know we are pressed of time. I think in the future, when we plan these, I know these other activities came in abruptly. We should have more time so that we can have even these teachers encourage these students. I always tell my students, and this analogy of, and I don't know why it only applies to women. Normally men, when they have lost a wife, they'll hardly sit next to the bed or the coffin. But you'll find the women sitting next time. And when they are seated there, they look for another woman to sit next. What about men? You normally have a man sitting next to him there. I don't know why. So why do they look for another woman? And the woman they look for is one who has also lost a husband. Yes. They don't just pick anybody. So why? Can I leave it to you to interpret? I'm just saying, can you sit closer to these teachers? They have passed where you are. This woman who has lost the husband has the feeling. So she's able to advise this one well. So when these teachers advise you, they know what they're saying. And at this particular moment, when you are just nearing the exam, if you have never been a friend of the teachers, can you make more friendship? Move closer. Because the teachers normally have dreams. Teachers normally have dreams. When they have taught the whole day, they normally have dreams, and they can dream the questions which come in the exam. Sometimes the teacher will come and revise a question And then you start saying, huyu mwalimu alikuwa amejua mtihani. The teacher will just predict and maybe imagine that this question. Mr. Were said, don't steal exams, don't be cheated. Just get your grade honorably. If it is a C minus, you get it honorably. If it's an A, get it honorably. Sometimes it becomes very embarrassing. I remember sometimes, some years back, I think around 96 there, when I was teaching in some school, Malaba Boys, and students decided to steal exams without our knowledge, the teachers. You know, they organized the form quiz, and they were stealing, I think, mathematics and chemistry. So they would pass a question from the exam room through the invigilators. They take it to the toilet, and then form quiz go and pick the paper. They answer the question, leave it there. Another one leaves the exam room, picks it. It comes in the exam room, and Mr. Vera Soli is a senior examiner, and they know how they detect that kind of cheating. So if you are not clever, don't attempt to steal an exam, because you will steal that exam foolishly, and you are going to fail terribly. You know what some of those boys were doing? You know, Form 3 has started working a mathematical problem. Anafika mahali anasema continue from there. And then this fellow copies and says continue. So it was terrible. The whole of that room, that examination room, they got, in fact there were 2 rooms, they got by 45 boys. 45. What do you imagine when the examiner gets you have answered and you are saying continue from, you are telling the examiner to continue from there. So let us just prepare for the exam, and when I was looking at these results, I got embarrassed, because when I look at the number of E's, when you look at the number of E's, and I was trying to look at those people who have scored E's, you have more than 300 marks, and you are scoring an E, KCPE. You have 295 marks, KCPE, and you have an E. Do you need to sit in a school for 4 years to get an E? Our candidates, do you need to be in a school for 4 years to get an E? Even a madman on the road can get an E. You only need to write your name, and you give out that paper, you get 0, and that will be an E. You will get 19%, and that is an E. Performance of mathematics. They only take mathematics. I want to believe that this year they will still use the same. They say math, they grade you up math, and then one language. And Mr. Were said that all of us have a history. I'm happy that almost all of you are just from. So I just want to advise you, make the right choice while you are still wherever you are. It's not too late. When you get there, what do you want to do? You have a few days remaining. You can change your grade. You can move that grade from wherever you are by 2-3 steps, and you'll find that you are doing well. Forget about all the things that have passed. The Bible will tell you that if those of you read the Bible, if you read Isaiah 43:18, it will tell you to forget the past, right? Forget the past, because the Lord is doing a new thing today. So God can do a new thing to you every morning. So, yeah. So I don't want to, because of what we have, let me stop there.
I can do some summary. I want to appreciate all the speakers for having encouraged our flag bearers. Mine is just to remind you that you are the pace setters. You need to set a pace that will actually pull those ones we have left behind in our schools. Carry the flag very, very high. Bendera haibebwi ikiwa imelala. Lazima ibebwe wima jinsi ambavyo tunaiandika kila Jumatatu na Ijumaa. So all the eyes are on you. Kindly go for the quality performance, meaning quality grades. Those of us in comfort zones, you have been reminded there's still room for improvement. What I appreciate is that our teachers have remained focused, they are sacrificing a lot, they are committed, but it could be us who are not using them well. In these few days, kindly use these teachers. You can make a U-turn and move from that C+ to an A-, that B+ to an A plain. What we want is I want to see a graph, a normal graph. What we have at the moment, it is not a normal graph. Mukia imenona, kakichwa ndio haka. Thank you.
I want to thank the following people. To begin with, I want to thank our guest speaker, Mr. Ibrahim, for sharing with us your very thoughtful insights, which I'm sure you have inspired our candidates and even some of us. We thank you for gracing this occasion with your presence. Please receive our appreciation. I also want to thank our bosses, principals of the family schools for sponsoring actually this program. I'm told all the schools contributed faithfully 100% so that we can have the very wonderful event we have had today. So we want to thank them. We want to ask them to continue supporting this program. I also want to thank the group of DOS and coordinators led by Mr. Wanyonyi for coordinating and ensuring that the whole process runs very smoothly. And I want to thank Mr. Wanyonyi very faithfully because he has been doing a lot of calls and reminders and WhatsApp messages and even emails to ensure that everything runs as expected. I want to thank even our class teachers for being part of us. And lastly, I want to thank our candidates for putting your best foot forward and ensuring that this day is successful. I want to thank Eshtari for your good performance. And as I finish, I also want to thank one girl. I'm told she's called Felicia. To be honest, it's not very easy to score a grade A in English. That girl must be doing something very wonderful. So I want to thank everybody who have been in this event. May you have journey mercies as you head back home. Thank you.